Hola, mi nombre es Madeline de la Cruz y soy de la República Dominicana y crecí en Nueva York. Hello, my name is Madeline de la Cruz. I'm from the Dominican Republic and I grew up in New York City.
Okay, what is your primary language and what are some advantages or disadvantages of being bilingual?
My native language is Spanish, and growing up, it was, a language we spoke at home, and we were only supposed to speak that language or we were reprimanded if we did. So going to school, not only was I learning, the material, but also the language as well. So not being able to practice it at home or speak it with other, relatives did pose a challenge, which I realized later on in my schooling.
Is there a difference in the way we interact here in America compared to the way people interact in your culture?
Definitely. In terms of like saying hi to each other at first encounter, you would usually, in Dominican culture, even if you don't know the person, you would give them a kiss in the cheek. It's very like close, intimate, versus here, it's more reserved.
And have you ever felt isolated from people here in America because of your cultural background?
Growing up, I did not, feel isolated. In college, there weren't that many people who looked like me, but I really didn't notice the difference, being that, I was going to work and going to school and, had a lot of family obligations. And during the time I actually wanted some time, for myself, it wasn't until I came to Carbondale, which was my first time away from home, that I felt a bit isolated, but it was because I didn't find anybody who shared the same ethnic background as I.
So what recreational activities are common among Hispanic culture?
So dancing is really important, spending time with family, sharing stories, and just having that close-knit community.
So were there any of those recreational activities or clubs that helped you cope with any of the challenges coming to SIU?
Definitely. Coming to Carbondale to attend the Med Prep program was very difficult, not only because of the academic coursework, but also, adapting to a different culture. So joining different groups really helped in terms of adapting and feeling as if I belonged.
Okay. Is the medical treatment different in the U.S. than in your culture?
Definitely, in terms of health insurance, cost, availability, access.
Any home remedies or anything?
Oh yeah. So in the case where, you can't afford it or don't have access to a medical professional, plant-based home remedies are usually used, and Vapor Rub cures it all.
So one question I had was regarding your college education. Did your parents go to college?
My parents did not go to college. They went to school until they were able to read and write, which was until about third grade.
Okay, so you were a first-generation college student. How was that for you?
It was a bit of a challenge in terms of, navigating higher education. The whole process of applying is something that I had to do alone, and then the academic coursework was also a challenge, not having that foundation or emphasis, as a child, and, managing not only, work, a full-time course load, but also, the rigors of academia.
Are there any cultural events that are important for you and your family?
Definitely, family gatherings are something that happen frequent, and during that time, we share stories, we dance. The major cultural dances are bachata and merengue. We eat different cultural foods, for example, rice, plantains, which we have in different forms ranging from boiled to fried to mashed plantains like mango, which is really popular. So those are some of the activities, we enjoy as a family and together.
What is a typical day for you in the Dominican versus a typical day here in the United States?
So the lifestyle, even, the surroundings, the temperature is very different. in the Dominican Republic, it's more laid back. A lot of the jobs are agricultural based, and there's more freedom in terms of timing and not that much stress. Something interesting that they have over there is that they have a siesta. So from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. you get to go home after work, spend time with your family, eat, and then you resume, your work schedule.
So how was the education different?
Regarding education, in terms of the timing, it's similar to here. So you do primary school, high school, and then college. And in terms of primary school, you have the option of attending, in the morning from 8 to 12 or 2 to 5. So that's pretty cool.
Okay, I think we're done.